You got to get in there. You got to get help. And you got to do it now because tomorrow might not come. So put the bottle down, get up off the couch, get some exercise in, but first get sober. I can do anything if I just stay sober.
Well, Mark, I'm glad I get to talk to you today because I've talked to Mark Kerr, I've talked to Vitor, and I really enjoy talking to guys from your generation because when I was a teenager, I had all the VHSs that you'd have to go to the video store and you'd have to go in the back room and find the Pride fights and the Valley Tudo fights and everything. So I guess what's it like seeing, your friend Mark get this massive honor that, a lot of us thought he might not even make it to get that honor for a while?
Oh, Mark Kerr in the Hall of Fame. I love it. I love this guy. I'm so happy for the way things are coming together for him because we're sober brothers, and he's got like 8 years almost, and he inspired me to get sober as well. We fed off each other a little bit, and he deserves it. And I couldn't be more happy for this guy. Good friend of mine.
I remember when the first documentary came out and you guys were in it, and I asked him this. I go, there are kids that are going to be at the fights on Saturday that have never seen you fight before. They've never seen that documentary. They're going to discover you through this movie with The Rock. They're going to discover you through this movie with The Rock. So what's it like to have the new generation of fight fans learn about your life through a Hollywood movie?
Hey, man, I always wanted to be famous. Not going to lie. But for all the wrong reasons, you know what I mean? But now I appreciate the fame and because it gives me a platform, and it gives me a platform to help people in getting sober. That's what I'm here for. Is God took away my obsession to drink. He guides me now, and I'm here to try to help people get sober. And trust me, it's the toughest fight of my life. But
Have many fans come up to you and talk to you about that? Have you approached people?
not so much this year, but I remember last year a lot of people. Yeah, but it's just that's the big thing. It's hard for people to do. Hard for people to come out and admit. Nobody wants to admit it.
Have other former fighters come to you and talked about what they've been going through since they've retired?
A few, yes. I've helped a few, and I got a lot of sober brothers out there fighting just like me.
Is that almost better than a UFC championship? Just kind of making such an impact on their life just outside of fighting?
It should be for sure, but I'll say it's about the same. But I'm very happy to be able to give back and help.
And just last one for me, because I know you got to do a bunch. I guess just off of that, what is your message to people that are struggling with that and they are afraid to come out?
Well, I don't know if they're afraid. They just ain't ready and they don't want to. Your rock bottom can be anywhere, but it can always go a little bit lower. But you got to make where you're at your rock bottom. You got to admit to yourself you got a problem. You got to ask God to help you take away this obsession to drink, but you can't do it alone. I had to check into rehab. If I didn't check into rehab, I'd be drinking. So I learned a lot. I listened, I paid attention, I learned. I was overwhelmed with what I learned, and I still work. It works if you work it, so I still work things to stay sober. AA meetings. I got my go-to outlets when if things get rough. I listen to Christian rock, and whenever I got a problem, I put that music on, and I know all the words, and it just brings me right back to peace and happiness. So you got to get in there, you got to get help, and you got to do it now because tomorrow might not come. So put the bottle down, get up off the couch, get some exercise in, but first get sober. I can do anything if I just stay sober.
Well, thank you so much, Mark. And I'm not just for the words, but I'm really glad you get to experience this Hollywood thing. I'm really happy you get it. I'm glad you and Mark Kerr get to see this because, there were some times, we might not have, we thought maybe you wouldn't have made it that far, but I'm very happy you made it.
Thank you, sir.